Hello, God bless you. I have a word for us today, and please share this video with somebody and be a blessing. You see, there is always a way out. I want to share a kingdom secret with you. There is always a way out. So sometimes, you see, when people are going through tough situations, if you don't know the right thing to do, you will keep crying. And let me tell you, tears doesn't move God. Tears doesn't move Satan. I know this will shock some of you. You see, tears, it does not move Satan. He likes to see you cry. All right? And God, don't think that when you cry, your prayer will be answered. Don't think that just because you cried, your prayer will be answered. So God is not an emotional being. All right? So I want to tell you what to do. One of the top kingdom secrets that I use to come out from a tough situation. And I want you to pay attention. You see, blood speaks. Blood speaks. The blood of Abel in the Bible was speaking. The Bible said that the blood of Jesus is still speaking and speaking better things than the blood of Abel. So blood always speaks. And when I'm talking about blood, I'm talking about sacrifice. You see, some of you, the day you understand this mystery, you will conceive and have a baby. The day you understand this mystery, you will get that job. The day you understand this mystery, you will get married. I have used this mystery several times and it worked for me. Anytime I find myself in a tough situation, I will raise an altar and I will make a sacrifice. Sacrifice is always painful. Yeah, it's always a painful thing to make a sacrifice, but it brings me out of that situation. The Bible said, bring my people, gather my people to me, those who made a covenant with me through sacrifice. The Bible also said that a vow is the end of strife. Anytime you are going through a tough situation, raise an altar, make a vow, offer a sacrifice, and you will come out of that situation. Let me say it again. Anytime you are coming out of a situation, raise an altar, enter into a covenant with God, make a vow, offer a sacrifice. You will come out of that situation. It has worked several times and it doesn't fail. So when I'm talking about blood, I'm talking about placing a sacrifice on the altar, dropping a sacrifice that is painful, and you'll come out of that situation. I don't want to make instances. Let me give you an example, one or two examples. You see, I was struggling in Nigeria. I didn't come out from a family that is financially comfortable. You know, we were struggling financially. And I wrote my first book when I was in the university. And God spoke to me and said, give me the money you made from the book and I will take you to the United States. I told my friend, he was laughing at me. How is it possible? Who will take you to America? Who in your family has the money to to take you to the United States? But you know, I obeyed God and I took the money. How much? Little money, 16,000 naira in dollars. At that time, probably $100. That was all I had. I placed it on the altar, sold it as a seed, and I won the DV lottery. And I'm here today as a citizen. So whenever I find myself in a tough situation, I offer a sacrifice. I make a vow to God. If you bring me out of this situation, this is what I will do for you. So it is still a sacrifice. So it's either you make the sacrifice before you come out, or you make a vow and you tell him, if you bring me out, this is what I will do for you. It doesn't have to be money. So you don't think it's always money. So when we are talking about sacrifice, no, it doesn't have to be money, but it's something that costs you something, a painful giving, a painful offering to God. So that's the deepest secret I've discovered about coming out of a situation. When the angel of the Lord went to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah, the Bible said that Abraham raised an altar and started offering sacrifice on behalf of Lot, and Lot was delivered. Right? Go through the entire Bible. When Noah offered a sacrifice, God answered him immediately. Anytime there is an altar in the Bible and people offer sacrifice, God answers. So God answers to blood. He answers to sacrifice. He answers to a painful sacrifice. So what are you going through today? You got married, you don't have a child, you've come of age to get married, you are not married, you are 40, 45 years old, you've graduated from school, no job, you are going through sickness or whatever. Let me tell you, a sacrifice can bring you out. Ask God to show you an altar. And when I say an altar, this time, I mean, ask God to show you a man of God, a church, a ministry where you can drop a seed, a painful seed, and you'll come out from that situation. And like I said, it doesn't have to be money. Hannah told God, give me a man child and I'll give him back to you. That's a sacrifice. It doesn't have to be money. Sometimes it is a vow to serve God. It's a vow to offer your life to serve God for the rest of your life. It's a vow of consecration and purity. But it has to be a painful sacrifice. And I want to encourage you today, whatever you are going through, try what I just told you. Raise an altar, make a vow, and offer a sacrifice. The Bible said in Book of Chronicle that the people entered into a covenant with God, and God heard them, and he gave them peace and rest round about. So when you enter into a covenant, when you raise an altar, God will hear you. Please, this is very important, right? Like I said, tears doesn't move God. Tears doesn't move Satan. The only thing that moves God is obedience. If you obey his word and you have faith, it will move him. If you obey his word, you believe in his word and you obey it, it will move him. The only thing that moves Satan is power. So if you think that by crying, Satan will have pity on you, the Bible says there is no mercy in his belly. So please, I want to encourage you, do something to come out from that situation. It may be painful. It may be painful, but it will pay off. Most times before I go to the next level of life, I offer a sacrifice. Very painful sacrifice. Sometimes, most of the time, actually, I make a vow to God. If you do this for me, this is what I will do for you. And it's always a painful sacrifice, but God answers. He comes through for me. All right. God bless you.